Hey everyone, sorry about that. For some reason the game crashed and the computer restarted. Don't know why it started doing this all of a sudden. Anyway, before we go and do the whole Hathoridian catching stuff, I want to show you the other two high performers that you can fight, which are Hyper Symphonid and Master Diaz. So before we go and do that, so in order to get to where Hyper Symphonid is, we need to cross
ready, alrighty.
We need to cross the river.
Here we are. I'll let you off now.
Brought Luscious back into the party because he needs a few more levels. For this fight with Hathoridian. Basically, where you need to go here is where you got the crowbar from that treasure chest. So past the music puzzle. Head east. Head east again. Okay, here is Hyper Symphonid.
Party. View your party. Aronite. Sponginate. Desist. Aronite. Select swap map. Select spot. Ninja kit. Policy. Splash. Cancel Aronite. Sponge. Desist. Ninja kin. Policies. Spongite. Policies. Sponginate. Policies. Sponge. Swap. Dis. Ninja. Dis. View your party. Policies. Desist. Select an option. Overview. Swap Manamon. Select Cat Splash. Aronite. Aron. Sponginate. Swap. Ponus. Cans Splash. View your party. Ponus. Select.
Okay, save the game and let's do this.
Saved. Select an option. The angry Symphonid slowly approaches, intent on eliminating this threat.
Okay, so the Hyper Symphonid is
level 90.
It's a level 90, so this is one of the higher leveled high performers that we fought so far.
Though Hyper Symphonid spins a red web, though Hyper Symphonid used Plague. Though Hyper Symphonid has dealt 201 damage to Splash.
Okay, we will not be able to have
the Manamon to use.
We won't be able to have Splash, Luscious on the front line.
Select view, swap Manamon. Select view at Splash. Swap Ninja Desist. View. The angry Symphonid slowly approaches, intent on eliminating this threat. Go, Policies, Aronite and Desist. Hypersymphonid spins a red web. Hypersymphonid used attack concerto. Hypersymphonid has dealt 300 damage to Desist. Hypersymphonid's magic attack was decreased by 1 stage. Desist has been defeated. Select the Manamon to use. Policies. Desist. Ninjakin. Splash. Sponginate. Ninjakin. Go, Ninjakin. Select an action for Aronite. Attack. Choose a move. Earth Tornado. Earth. Special. Effect points 110.
Okay, I want to restart this fight.
Select View Aronite Splash. Sit Ninja Desist. View you act sit evenly distribute. Speed. Base 174. How many? 6. Success. Speed has increased by 1. Select the stat you wish to try. Select View act Desist. Add Polis. Select even. Speed. Base 181. Current 108. 34. Success. Speed has increased by 7. Select the stat you wish. Select Game saved.
Okay, let's try this again.
The angry Symphonid slowly approaches, intent on eliminating this threat. Go, Policies, Aronite and Desist. Hypersymphonid spins a white web. Select an action for Policies. Attack.
That's better. Okay, so it's the same format as before.
Frigid touch, ice, physical. Policies has dealt 149 damage to Faux Hypersymphonid. Faux Hypersymphonid used Comeback Sonata. Faux Hypersymphonid has dealt 147 damage to Desist. Select an action for Aronite. Attack. Choose Tyrannomagma. Flame. Physical. Effect points 110. Aronite Special. Aronite has dealt 227 damage to Faux.
Whoa! Nice damage!
Action for in items. Status. Herb. Max U. Mighty Strong Herb. 3. Mighty. Desist swallowed the Mighty Herb, dealing 120 health. Faux Hypersymphonid spins a red web. Select an action for Policies. Attach. Ice Cutter. Policies used Ice Cutter. Policies has dealt 84 damage to Faux Hypersymphonid. The web snapped, and the release of tension caused one of the strands to slam into Policies, dealing 1025 damage. Policies has been defeated. Select the Aronite. Desist. Ninjakin. Splash. Go. Splash. Faux Hypersymphonid has dealt 303 damage to Desist. Faux Hypersymphonid's magic attack was decreased by 1 stage. Desist has been defeated. Select the Manamon to use. Policies. Aronite. Desist.
Okay, let's restart this.
View your party. Select. View moves. Move magic lights. What action? Swap moves. Move lit match ice tempest. What swap magic lights. Move list. Frigid tuck ice tempest ice cutter magic light team soak. View select. The angry symphonid slowly approaches, intent on eliminating this threat. Go. Policies, Aranite and desist. Though Hyper Symphonid spins a red web. Select an action for policies. Choose Ice Tempest, Ice, Special, Effect points 100 and Teams, Magic.
Okay, let's try confusing this thing.
Though Hyper Symphonid has been confused. Though Hyper Symphonid is confused. Though Hyper Symphonid used attack concerto.
Okay, this is gonna kill the size.
Though Hyper Symphonid has dealt 294 damage to desist. Though Hyper Symphonid's magic attack was decreased by 1 stage, desist has been defeated. Select the Manamon to Aranite. Ninjakin. Go, Ninjakin. Select an action for Aranite. Attack. Choose a move. Earth Talk, Multiplayer, Flame, Special, Effect points 50, UP remaining 15. Aranite has dealt 110 damage to Foe Hyper Symphonid. Foe Hyper Symphonid spins a white web. Select an action for Ninjakin. Attack. Choose a Fury Power. Fighting. Physical. Effect. Select in items. Status. Mighty Strong Madden Uplift Master Revival Miss. Healing Max Up Skill Max Revive. 3. Select Aranite. Desist. Desist has been revived. Select an action for policies. Attack. Choose a move. Map teams. Frigid Tuck. Policies has dealt 147 damage to Foe Hyper Symphonid. Foe Hyper Symphonid is confused. Foe Hyper Symphonid has dealt 237 damage to Ninjakin. Foe Hyper Symphonid's magic attack was decreased by 1 stage. Ninjakin has been defeated. Select Aranite. Desist. Ninja. Splash. Sponginate. Splash. Ninja. Desist. Go. Desist. Select an action for Aranite. Terramagma.
Okay, Terramagma will do a lot of damage here.
Special. Aranite has dealt 214 damage to Foe
Yes,
Hyper
214 damage.
Foe Hyper Symphonid.
Just what we
spins a
want.
red web. Select an action for policies. Attack. Ice 10. Policies has dealt 225 damage to Foe Hyper Symphonid. Foe Hyper Symphonid is confused. Foe Hyper
Good.
Symphonid
That's
attacked
what we want.
itself, dealing 14 damage. Select an action for desist. Attack. Desecrate. Shadow. Special. Desist has dealt 69 damage to Foe Hyper Symphonid. Select an action for Aranite. Attack. Earth Tornado. Earth. Multiplayer. Flame. Special. Effect points. Aranite. Aranite has dealt 104 damage to Foe Hyper Symphonid. Foe Hyper Symphonid spins a white web. Select an action for Polus. Frigid Polus. Policies has dealt 151 damage to Foe Hyper Symphonid. Though Hyper Symphonid is no longer confused.
Uh-oh, not good.
Though Hyper Symphonid has dealt 99 damage to desist. Select an act, but though Hyper Symphonid has 15% health remaining. Select an action for Aranite. Attack. Aranite is level 87. Tyrannogma. Flame. Physical. Effect points 110. UP remaining 4. Special. Aranite has dealt 216 damage to foe Hyper Symphonid.
And there we go.
Hyper Symphonid has been defeated. Victory. Holosis gained 131,100 experience points. Holosis has increased to level 85. Health. Holosis now has 20 training. Holosis. Aranite gained 43,000. Aranite now has 5 trick. Aranite has increased to level 89. Desist gained 131. Desist has increased to level 83. Desist now has 21. Desist. Desist has increased to level 88. Ninja Kid gained 43. Ninja Kid now has 40 trade. Ninja Kid has increased to level 90. Splash gained 87,004. Splash has increased to level 65. Health has increased by 2. Sponginate gained 87,000. Sponginate has increased to level 95. Obtain 2,650 gold.
Okay, so that is Hyper Symphonic.
Shadow Canyon.
Now we're heading to Shadow Canyon to fight Master Diaz. And then I promise after that we will go and fight Hafarillion and catch Hafarillion. Okay, so we need to head back into the castle for this.
Game saved. Select not. Great Hall.
Okay, so we need to head through the Great Hall. Oh, chest.
The chest is use a treasure. Aran found an EXP pal. Aran's. Ultra Encounter Down's effects have expired. Ultra Encounter Down.
Login. Window. Logged in Tobias. Button. Login. Window. Logged in Tobias. Button. You are currently on a window.
Hold on.
Add files. Button. Type a message. Edit. Open express. End on. More option. Call ended. 204. You are currently on a text.
Aaron found a Daedalus dust. Aaron. The door won't budge. The door won't.
Okay, this is odd. Okay, we're gonna have to go the long way round. For some reason, the door...
Two skeletons.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna have to go in through the flipping treasury, which is annoying.
Great Hall. Servants' quarters. Great Hall. Pleasure chamber. Lunar pit.
I know why. Because when we left here, I used the Daedalus dust. And I didn't go back.
Treasury. Lunar pit. Treasury. Hallway. Ultra encounter down's effects have expired. Ultra encounter down.
Okay, so if you head...
Royal bed chamber. Hallway.
Yeah, there we go. So what you have to do to open that door, you have to head through the treasury, through this hallway,
Tower B.
and then open that door to take you into the royal bed chamber. Okay, so we're now in Tower B. So go into the lookout, and here is Diaz.
Select view your party.
Now,
Select
before we do
inventory.
anything else,
Status. Items. Power in E sweep ultra in soup mega holy artifact.
we're
Select
going
the
to
action
use
you
a
wish to
holy
perform.
artifact
Use Aranite, Polis, Sponginate Splash, highlighted.
to transform it into
Splash is ready
Angelish.
to transform. Congratulations. Lucish transformed into Angelish.
Okay, so now it's an Angelish.
Items. Holy artifacts.
Okay,
Select
so
your
for this
view
fight,
your
we are
party.
going to use
Policies.
Policies.
Aranite. Select swap. Select the Manamon you want to swap positions with. Cancel. Sponginate. View Spongine. Desist. Swap. Select. Cancel. Aranite. Splash. Ninjakin. Splash. Ninjakin. Splash. View your. Select notch.
With Splash, if Angelish dies,
Game saved.
then we'll bring in Ninjakin.
The tormented ghost advances, glaring meaningfully at you.
Okay, so this is the higher level version of Master Diaz. The format is exactly the same, except
Master
he's
Diaz is level 90.
level 90 instead of level 25.
Splash. Foe Master Diaz has phased twice. Foe Master Diaz used slash. Foe Master Diaz has dealt 45 damage to Sponginate. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Limp, Hurricane, Restrain, Fighting, UP, Stun. Foe Master Diaz's physical attacks are being restrained. Select an action for Policies. Attack. Policies has dealt 103 damage to Foe Master Diaz. Select an action for Splash. Attack. Choose a move. Freeze Ray. Ice. Splash has dealt 30 damage to Foe Master Diaz. Foe Master Diaz has phased to water. Foe Master Diaz used Bizarre Illusion. Splash has become Berserk. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Choose a move. Drain, Deluge, Limp Thrust, Hurricane, Water and Air. Sponginate has dealt 88 damage to Foe Master Diaz. It started to rain. Select an action for Policies.
Okay,
Attack.
so a good strategy here.
Inventory items. Holy artifact. Select an act. Choose a magic lights.
Is
The
to
attack
confuse him, except
Splash
it
without
missed.
control. Splash used blood.
Oh, nice!
Splash has dealt 79 damage to Foe Master Diaz. Foe Master Diaz has phased twice. Foe Master Diaz used Eclipse Rocket. Ghost damage. Foe Master Diaz has dealt 88 damage to Policies. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. In items. Status. Revive. Cancel. Medical Miracle. 9. Select Splash. Select the action. Cancel. Use. Status. Max heat mask up with mad strong might cure max UP total cure. Select Splash. Splash uses the total cure, curing the ailment. Select an action for policies. Choose Team Soap, Frigid Touch, Ice, Polis. Policies has dealt 107 damage to foe masterpiece. Select an action for Splash, Attack. Choose Blood, Aqua Zap, Water, Restoring Light, Holy, UP remaining 15. Splash starts regaining health. Foe Masterpiece has phased to Holy. Foe Masterpiece used Stun Volt. Splash has been paralyzed. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Inventory. Status. Total cure. UP. Total. Select the Splash. Splash uses the total cure, curing the ailment. Select an action for policies. Attack. Choose Magic.
Yes, the confuse is on now. So when hopefully, when he's confused, if he attacks himself, he will do 42 damage to himself.
Dive, water, freeze ray, ice, blood, water. Foe Masterpiece was unaffected. Foe Masterpiece has phased to ice. Foe Masterpiece's physical attacks are no longer restrained. Foe Masterpiece is confused. Foe Masterpiece attacked itself, dealing 42 damage. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Choose a move. Loop, Deluge. Foe Masterpiece was unaffected. Select an action for policies. Ice Cutter. Ice. Hope the attack missed. Freeze Ray. Splash has dealt 27 damage to Foe Masterpiece. Foe Masterpiece has phased to Holy. Foe Masterpiece is no longer confused. Foe Masterpiece used Stun Volt. Splash has been paralyzed. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Limb Thrust. Undead. Foe Masterpiece was unaffected. Select an action for policies. Attack.
Sorry about that. I so used to dictating crap. I don't know what that came from.
Choose ice, teams, magic.
Okay, so let's confuse him again.
Foe Masterpiece has been confused. Select an action for Splash. Attack.
Okay, Splash actually doesn't have a holy spell at the moment.
Choose a move. Splash you. Foe Masterpiece was unaffected. The rainy weather has subsided. Foe Masterpiece has phased to water. Foe Masterpiece is confused. Foe Masterpiece used Stun Volt. Policies has been paralyzed. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Choose Hurricane, Water and Air. Sponginate has dealt 89 damage to Foe Masterpiece. It started to rain. Select an action for policies. Attack. In status. Total. Select Sponginate. Cancel. Splash. Ninja Kid. Splash. Splash uses the total cure, curing the ailment. Select an action for Splash. Blood. Aqua Zap.
See how powerful Aqua Zap is.
Splash has dealt 69 damage to Foe
Okay,
Masterpiece.
Flood is more
Foe
powerful here.
Masterpiece has phased to Holy. Foe Masterpiece is confused. Foe Masterpiece used Element Assault. Foe Masterdies has dealt 57 damage to Splash. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Foe Masterdies was unaffected. Select an action for Policies. Fridge. Foe Masterdies was unaffected. Select an action. Ink status. Total select Sponginate. Splash. Policies. Policies uses the total cure, curing the ailment. Splash regained 21 health. Foe Masterdies has phased twice. Foe Masterdies is confused. Foe Masterdies attacked itself, dealing 42 damage. Select an action for Foe Masterdies has 59% health.
Okay, we're getting him down.
Action for Sponginate. Attack. Choose a move. Hurricane, Water and Air, Special, Limb Thrust, Deluge. Sponginate used Deluge. Foe Masterdies was unaffected. Select and choose an Ice Tempest, Frigid. Policies has dealt 109 damage to Foe Masterdies. Select an action for Splash, Attack, Chip, Flood, Water, Aqua, Freeze Ray. Splash has dealt 27 damage to Foe Masterdies. Splash regained 21 health. Foe Masterdies has phased to Holy. Foe Masterdies is confused. Foe Masterdies used Bizarre Illusion. The attack missed. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Invert status. Total UP rest. Smell. Parat Scorch or Antidote. Hurt. Scorch or UP Max. Cure. Might. Strong Hurt. Select Policies. Sponginate. Splash. Splash swallowed the strong herb, healing 15 health. Select an action for Policies. Attack. Invert status. Madam Bobby Strong Mighty. Selects. Policies swallowed the mighty herb, healing 88 health. Select an action. Choose. Foe Masterdies was unaffected. Foe Masterdies has phased twice. Foe Masterdies is no longer confused. Foe Masterdies used the attack missed. Select an action for Spun. Foe Masterdies was unaffected. Ice Tempest. Policies has dealt 133 damage to Foe Masterdies. Select an action for Splash. Choose, Die, Freeze. Splash has dealt 28 damage to Foe Masterdies. The rainy weather has subsided. Foe Masterdies has phased to water. Foe Masterdies used Bizarre Illusion. Sponginate has become berserk. Sponginate is out of control. Sponginate used Deluge. Sponginate has dealt 102 damage to Foe Masterdies. Select an action for Policies. Attack. Invert status. Mighty Herb. 23. Smelling. Selects Sponginate. Sponginate uses the total cure, curing the ailment. Select an action for Chip, Blood, Water. Splash has dealt 53 damage to Foe Masterdies. Foe Masterdies has phased twice. Foe Masterdies used Staff Slash. Foe Masterdies has dealt 46 damage to Sponginate. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. In status. UP Max Cure Mighty Herb. Sponginate swallowed the Mighty Herb, healing 91 health. Select an action for Policies. Choose a move. Teams, Frigid Tuck. Policies has dealt 105 damage to Foe Masterdies. Select an action for Splash. Attack. Foe Masterdies has 26%.
Okay, we're almost there.
Ray, Ice. Splash. Splash has dealt 27 damage to Foe Masterdies. Foam Masterdies has phased to water. Foam Masterdies used staff slash. Foam Masterdies has dealt 122 damage to Policies. Select an action for Spongi. Choose a move. Deluge. Sponginate has dealt 100 damage to Foam Masterdies. Select an action for Policies. Invert status. Policies swallowed the mighty herb, dealing 120 health. Select an action for Splash. Attack. Bluff. Critical. Splash has dealt 78 damage to
Nice,
Foam
78 damage.
Foam Masterdies has phased twice. Foam Masterdies used staff slash. Foam Masterdies has dealt 50 damage to Sponginate. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Foam Masterdies was unaffected. Select an action for Policies. Choose a move. Frigid. Policies has dealt 98 damage to Foam Masterdies. Select Flee. Attack. Choose. Freeze Ray. Splash has dealt 27 damage to Foam Masterdies. Foam Masterdies has phased to Holy. Foam Masterdies used Stun Bolt. Splash has been paralyzed. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Invert status. Mighty Cure Max UP Total. Select Splash. Splash uses the Total Cure, curing the ailment. Select an action for Foam Masterdies was unaffected. Select an action for Foam Masterdies was unaffected. Foam Masterdies has phased twice. Foam Masterdies. Policies has been paralyzed. Select invert status. Total. Select the action. Policies. Policies uses the Total Cure, curing the ailment. Select an action for Policies.
Okay, this should be the killing blow. Yep.
Has dealt 107 damage to Foam Masterdies.
And there we go.
Masterdies has been defeated. Victory. Policies gained 131,000.
Now, one good thing about the
experience points.
4 Hyperforms, Master
Has
Diaz,
increased to level 90.
Hyper Symphonid, Byron, and the Eternity Angel, if you clear the Master Stadium, they will respawn.
By 2 and speed. Policies now has 40 training points. Policies has increased to level 91. Health. Policies has increased to level 92.
Okay, we are way over level for this Hathorian fight, but to be honest, I don't really care.
Sponginate gained 131,100 experience points. Sponginate has increased to level 98. Sponginate now has 20 train. Sponginate.
Oh yeah!
Sponginate has increased to level 100.
Sponginite is level 100.
Increased by 2. Strength
Nice!
by 1. Defense by 2. Magic attack by 2. Magic defense by 3 and speed by 2. Splash gained 131.
So when they get to level 100, when a Manamon gets to level 100, they cannot get any more experience points. But what they,
defense by 2. Magic Splash now has 119 training points after gaining 21 training points.
Okay, we're going to use a life tonic on him in a sec.
Splash has increased to level 72. Health. Splash has increased to level 73. Splash has increased to level 74. Health. Splash has increased to level 75. Health.
fortifications.
Splash has increased to level 70. Splash has increased to level 77. Splash has in Ninja Kid gained 43,700. Ninja Desist gained 8. Desist has increased to level 89. Desist has Desist Aronite gained 43. Aaron obtained 970 gold. Tower B.
Okay, so
Select
I
inventory
want to use
status. Total cure. Select inventory
Daedalus
status.
dust.
Items. Holy Artifact Meganet Super Ultra Sweep EX Incount Manan Power Potion It's Up Soup Mega Home Daedalus. Select the action. Shadow Canyon. Select say
Okay, so it's time to go and fight
Select an
Havarian.
option in items. Day top club so or gap life life tonic 2. Select the action you wish. Select Spump Policies 69 TP. Spump Splash 198 TP. Splash now has 317 training points after gaining 198 training points. Items. Life Tonic 1. Give use. Select the cap policies as training points 40. Policies 69 TP. Sponginate 79 TP. Splash 0 Ninjakin 62 Desist 85 TP. Aronite 15 TP. Desist 80. Desist's training points 21. Ninja Desist 85 TP. Aaron cancel policies 6 policies as strength 228. Policies as magic attack 257. Aronite Desist 80. Desist strength 272. Desist's magic attack 185. Aronite 15 TP. Items. Select an option in save.
Okay, I'm gonna try something.
Game
I'm gonna
saved.
experiment
Select
here.
inventory. Items. Life tonic. Select app desist 85. Desist now has 100 items. Treasure chest key 1. Select an option. View your app desist. Select health. Strength. Base 247. Current 270. Power 106. Success. Strength has increased by 24. Select health. Strength. Base 271. Current 296. Trained 140. How many cancel. Cancel.
Okay, there is another life tonic
Select an
around,
option.
which I will
Select
get.
view splash.
Okay, let's look at Angelish's
Overview for
moves.
moves. Move lit flood. Special attack.
Okay,
Freeze ray. Special attack.
okay, so he more focuses on
You
magic
select.
attack.
Select an option. Party. View splash. Train. Select the defense. Magic attack. Base 152. Current 152. Trained 11. Power 229. Success. Magic attack has increased by 45. Select the defend. Magic attack. Base 197. Current 197. Train 240.
Okay, I'm gonna go and get him a marine cannon.
Pocket copter. Where would you like to? Nelapol village. Elisha Park.
So if you head east of the entrance, swim through this water, there's your chest.
Arin found a marine cannon. Arin. Select even items. Status. Equipment. Dark Shroud. Angel. Secondary. Elect clock. Marine. Cancel. Marine. What action should be? Quick splash. Splash unequip the ocean rock and equip the marine cannon. Equipment. Ocean rock. Select and view your arena. Splash. Splash magic attack.
New with a full-blown
207.
chariot. Ended up staying up all night lol but drifted from time to time, now up and about again. Working and goofing off playing Manamon.
Splash magic attack. 207.
Okay, so that increases his magic attack by 10, but it also increases water damage. So that, for him, will be ideal. Okay, I will meet you in Requia.
All gas track intake. Track 1 selected.
Okay, so I'm currently standing at the end of the frozen hinterland.
Game saved.
So
select an option. Park.
and we are heading towards the edge of the world. And we have arrived at the edge of the world.
Edge of the world.
Okay, so this is...
It is a cliff. Emptiness stretches out as far as the eye can see. It seems if you were to fall.
Oh, shit. I know what I haven't done. I need to buy some revives.
Frozen hinterland. Pocket copter. Require. Druid in frozen hinterland. Hinterland shelter. Please stop by. I select the item. Mask to medic revive. 8, 9, 10, 40,000 gold. Thank you, sir. Select medical miracle. Total master how 25. Cap 1. Cap select strop master herb. Total medical how 17. 40. Cancel. Select strop mighty herb. Mark total master how many would 21, 23, 39, 20. Thank you, no.
Okay.
Frozen pocket copter. End of. Ultra Encounter Down's effects have expired. Ultra Encounter Down.
Okay, I'm ready now. Sorry about that. Had to buy some revives.
Edge of the world.
Okay, so go to this cliff. Okay, so
Select
let's
use
sort
your
out my
party.
team.
Polar Six, Spongite Splash, Ninjakin. Select swaps, desist.
There we go, team sorted. Okay, so
Select inventory
on
equipment,
what we need to do
other
here
items. Cancel Requiem
is
dust.
use the Requiem dust.
Select the action you. Dimension breach error. Dimension breach error. Abandoned shrine.
Okay, so we are in the abandoned shrine.
It's the. Obtained 1 gold. It is a single, new, shiny piece of gold. You know, like you used to get at the beginning of the game by defeating a feral Manamon. Lucky you. Be sure to pay it forward.
Okay, that's interesting. So, to the south of the Manolith healing machine, there is just one single gold coin. Now that is hilarious. Okay, we've got to do that. floating
Select
area
input
again
save
like we
game.
did before.
Game
So
saved.
here we go. So just save your game a lot here.
Input save. Game saved. Input save. Game saved. Input save. Game saved. Input save. Game saved. Select. Input save Manapedia. Save. Game saved. Input save Manapedia. Save. Game saved. Select. Input save. Game saved.
Okay.
Fi- File. Input save. Game saved. Input save. Game saved. Select. Input save. Game saved. Select. Input save. Game saved.
Okay, that wasn't the way then.
Input save. Game saved. Input save. Game saved. Select input save. Game saved. Select.
Oh yeah, well
Try
done.
F2.
Okay, so now we head west.
Input save.
And I will warn you, there is a boss fight coming up.
So this is the nexus through which Hatharillion and the Hyper Forms escaped from Requiem. Or at least one of the nexuses. Oh right, Hatharillion. I've taken you down once. I really don't think you will be able to stop me this time. I'm a lot stronger. Hatharillion split itself into 4 smaller, but otherwise identical, Hatharillion. 4 Hathorian are ready for battle.
Okay, so the way this fight works is we have
Sponginate.
4
Splash and
Hathorians.
desist.
We need to take them all out.
Foe Hathorian used Slam. The attack missed. Foe Hathorian 2 used Geoac. Foe Hathorian 2 has dealt 39 damage to Splash. Foe Hathorian 3 used Geoac. Foe Hathorian 3 has dealt 23 damage to Sponginate. Foe Hathorian 4 used Slam. Foe Hathorian 4 has dealt 37 damage to Splash. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Choose a move. Deluge. Water. Special. Effect. Select the Sponginate has dealt 176 damage to foe.
And the best way to do this
Select
is
an action for policies.
to attack them one at a time, and
Choose a move. Frigid. Select the Policies has dealt 395 damage.
ooh,
Select an action for desist. Attack. Foe Hathorian has 95% health. Select an action. Choose a move. Frigid. Select the target. Desist has dealt 394 damage to foe Hathorian. Select an action for Splash. Attack. Flood. Water. Special. Effect point. Select an act. Splash has 161 out of 237 health. Attack. Flood. Select the target. Foe Splash has dealt 140 damage to foe Hathorian. Foe Hathorian places 2 boxes on the field and disappears.
okay, I want to try and get Angeline in here for this fight.
Mora, Myotobia, your site Mora, search for news guide font and news filter Angeline open gap fund, video call, the audio call button. Press audio call, 3 on Skype plus 1, 5 freeze plus 1, 5 call, 3 on Skype button. Press call, 3 on end call button. You are currently on a button inside web content. To click this button, press Control, Option, Space. To exit this web area, press Control, Option, Shift, up arrow. Recording voice message. Open Morant, open Reese Angelina, open Gallup Mute. Turn video end call button. Press end call, but type a message. Edit text.
Items. Power potion. Free. Mana status. Herb and score. Smell it. Tote. UP. Max UP. Cure. Might. Strong herb. Madam Updo. Master herb. 50. Select the action you will. Select Splash. Splash swallowed the master herb. Healing 129 health. Select an action for policies.
Okay,
Attack.
let's target a
Choose
bomb
move.
box
Frigid touch. Foe Hathorian. Foe boom box.
and see which one it is.
Polis.
That's why I'm suggesting coming into this battle with multiple revive.
440 damage to foe boom box. The explosion dealt some damage to policies. The boom box has been defeated. Select an action for desist. Attack.
Okay, so it'll be boombox 1 next.
Choose a move. Frigid touch. Ice. Physical. Select the Foe Hathorian 4. Foe Hathorian. Desist has dealt 427 damage to foe Hathorian. Select an action for Splash. In status. Mask. Select the Sponge. Policies. Policies swallowed the master herb, healing 300 health. Foe Hathorian used Slam. Critical. Foe Hathorian has dealt 73 damage to Splash. Foe Hathorian 2 used Slam. Foe Hathorian 2 has dealt 26 damage to policies. Foe Hatherillion 3 used Slam. Foe Hatherillion 3 has dealt 35 damage to Splash. Foe Hatherillion 4 used Geoac. Foe Hatherillion 4 has dealt 23 damage to Sponginate. Select an action for Sponginate. Choose a move. Deluge, Water, Special. Select Sponginate has dealt 176 damage to Foe Hatherillion. Select an action for Polaris. Choose select.
So, keep hammering away at Hatherillion here.
Polaris has dealt 434 damage to Foe Hatherillion. Select an action for desist. Attack. Select. The attack missed. Select an action for splash. Attack. Inventory.
Okay, does anyone need healing?
Master selects desist. Desist has 201 out of 227 health.
Okay, he's
Splash.
okay.
Sponginate. Sponginate swallowed the master herb, healing 70 health. Foe Hatherillion places 2 boxes on the field and disappears. Foe Hatherillion 2 used Geoac. Critical. Foe Hatherillion 2 has dealt 47 damage to Sponginate. Foe Hatherillion 3 used Geoac. Foe Hatherillion 3 has dealt 29 damage to desist. Foe Hatherillion 4 used Geoac. Foe Hatherillion 4 has dealt 29 damage to desist. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Choose a move. Deluge, Water, Foe Boom Box. Sponginate has dealt 2,949 damage to Foe Boom Box. The explosion dealt massive damage to Foe Hatherillion. Foe Boom Box has been defeated. Select an action for Polaris. Foe Hatherillion has 41%
Okay,
health remaining. Select an
getting it
action
down.
for Choose a move. Frigid Touch. Select. Polaris has dealt 395 damage to Foe Hatherillion. Select an action for desist. Attack. Choose a move. Frigid Touch. Up. Select the top. Desist has dealt 421 damage to Foe Hatherillion. Select an action for splash. Attack. Foe Hatherillion has 34% health remaining. Select an action for splash. Attack. Choose a move. Flood, Water, Special. Select. Splash has dealt 146 damage to Foe Hatherillion. Foe Hatherillion used Wind Force. Foe Hatherillion has dealt 57 damage to Splash. Foe Hatherillion 2 used Geoac. Foe Hatherillion 2 has dealt 29 damage to Polaris. Foe Hatherillion 3 used Geoac. Foe Hatherillion 3 has dealt 30 damage to Polaris. Foe Hatherillion 4 used Geoac. Foe Hatherillion 4 has dealt 29 damage to desist. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. In status, Master Herbs. Select Splat. Desist. Desist swallowed the Master Herb, healing 113 health. Select an action for Polaris. Attack. Choose a move. Frigid Touch. I select. Polaris has dealt 408 damage to Foe Hatherillion. Select an action for desist. Attack. Select. Desist has dealt 435 damage to Foe Hatherillion. Select an action force. Hatherillion has 26% health remaining. Select an action force. In status. Mask. Selects. Desist. Ninja King. Splash. Splash has 72 out of 230. Splash swallowed the Master Herb, healing 165 health. Hatherillion places 2 boxes on the field and disappears. Hatherillion 2 used Wind Force. Hatherillion 2 has dealt 56 damage to Splash. Hatherillion 3 used...
Good job, I healed Splash!
Hatherillion 3 has dealt 29 damage to Desist. Hatherillion 4 used Wind Force. Hatherillion 4 has dealt 56 damage to Splash. Select an action for choose and select Hatherillion
Okay, so let's hit Boombox 2. And this should kill the first Hatherillion.
Dealt 1,776 damage to Boombox 2.
Yep!
Dealt massive damage to Hatherillion.
Okay, 1 down, 3 to go.
Hatherillion has been defeated. Select an action for policies.
Okay, let's have a bit of a healing session here.
Master Herb. Policies swallowed the Master Herb, healing 85 health. Select an action for desist. In status, Master Herb. Selects Ninja King. Desist Splash. Sponginate. Sponginate swallowed the Master Herb, healing 47 health. In status, Master Herb. Desist Ninja King. Splash. Splash swallowed the Master Herb, healing 112 health. Hatherillion 2 used Slam. Hatherillion 2 has dealt 24 damage to
Okay, they seem to be ganging up on Splash quite a lot.
Hatherillion 3 has dealt 57 damage to Splash. Hatherillion 4 used Slam. Hatherillion 4 has dealt 22 damage to Sponginate. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack.
Okay, I want to take a risk.
Hurricane.
Here.
Water and air. Special. Effect. Lymph. Hurricane. Water and air. Select. Sponginate has dealt 155 damage to Hatherillion 2. It started to rain. Sponginate has dealt 226 damage to Hatherillion 3. Select an action for policies. Attack. Choose a move. Frigid. Select the target. Hatherillion 2. Policy.
So water attacks will now do a lot more damage.
Select an action for desist. Select. Desist has dealt 413 damage to Hatherillion 2.
Let's see how much more.
Select. Freeze rate. Flood. Select the task. Splash has dealt 209 damage to
Whoa! Okay, a lot more damage. A lot more damage.
Places 2 boxes on the field and disappears. Hatherillion 2 places 2 boxes on the field and disappears.
Okay, this is not good.
Hatherillion 3 used Slam. Hatherillion 3 has dealt 22 damage to Sponginate. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Inventory. Status. Master Herb. 42. Select policy. It won't have any effect. Select the action you wish to perform. Use. Splash. Splash swallowed the Master Herb, healing 57 health. Select an action for policy. Choose a move. Frigid touch. Boom box 2. Boom box. Boom box 4. Boom box 2. Boom box. Nemesis has dealt 2,848 damage to foe boombox. The explosion dealt some damage to Policies. Foe boombox has been defeated. Select an action for desist. Attack. Choose a move. Frigid select foe boombox 3. Foe Hackerillion 3. Foe Hackerillion. Foe boombox 3. Desist has dealt 2,016 damage to foe boombox 3. The explosion dealt massive damage to foe Hackerillion 2. Foe boombox 3 has been defeated. Select an action for splash. Attack. Input status. Master Herb. Skip Mac. Medical Move. Select the Acid Sponge of Policies. Policies swallowed the medical miracle, healing 300 health and curing all ailments. Foe Hackerillion used Geoac. Foe Hackerillion has dealt 39 damage to Splash. Foe Hackerillion 2 used Geoac. Foe Hackerillion 2 has dealt 29 damage to Policies. Foe Hackerillion 3 used Wind Force. Foe Hackerillion 3 has dealt 56 damage to Splash. Select an action for Splash. Limb Thrust. Deluge. Select Sponge. Sponginate has dealt 273 damage to foe Hackerillion. Select an action for Policies. Attack. Choose a move. Frigid Touch. Ice. Physical. Select the target. Foe Hackerillion has 88%. Foe Hackerillion 2 has 57% health remaining.
Oh, actually, let's attack that one.
Policies. The attack missed. So choose a move. Frigid Touch. So Foe Hackerillion 2.
It's got almost half health left.
Desist has dealt 397 damage to foe Hackerillion 2. Select an action for Splash. Attack. Choose a move. Flood. So foe Hackerillion 2. Splash has dealt 209 damage to foe Hackerillion 2. Foe Hackerillion places 2 boxes on the field and disappears. Foe Hackerillion 2 places 2 boxes on the field and disappears. Foe Hackerillion 3 used Geoac. Foe Hackerillion 3 has dealt 30 damage to Policies. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. In status, Medical Miracle, Max Skill, Max Up Healing, Revive, Master Herb, Select, Policies. Policies swallowed the Master Herb, healing 59 health. Select an action for Policies. Attack. Choose a move. Frigid Touch, Foe Boombox 2. Foe Boombox. Policies has dealt 2,479 damage to foe boombox. The explosion dealt massive damage to foe Hackerillion. Foe boombox has been defeated. Select an action for desist. Attack. Choose a move. Frigid Touch. Ice. Physical. Effect. Foe Hackerillion. Foe boombox 3. Foe boombox 4.
These boomboxes help when it comes to damaging Hathorian.
Boombox 4. The explosion dealt massive damage to foe Hathorian 2. Boombox 4 has been defeated. Select an action for splash, attack. Choose a move. Select the target. Foe Hathorian 2. Foe Hathorian 2 has 10% health from Splash has dealt 213 damage to foe Hathorian 2. Foe Hathorian used Geoac. Foe Hathorian has dealt 41 damage to Splash. Foe Hathorian 2 used Slam. Foe Hathorian 2 has dealt 34
Okay, we need to
damage
heal Splash.
Foe Hathorian 3 used Wind Force. Foe Hathorian 3 has dealt 29 damage to Sponginate. Select an action for Sponginate. Choose a move. Deluge. Select Foe Hathorian 2. Sponginate has dealt 250 damage to foe Hathorian 2. Select Choose a move. Select foe Hathorian 2. Policies has dealt 402 damage to foe Hathorian 2. Select an action for desist, attack. Choose a move. Fritz at foe Hathorian 2 has 3% health remaining. Desist has dealt 427 damage to foe Hathorian 2. Foe Hathorian 2 has been defeated. In status, Master Herb, 40. Splash swallowed the Master Herb, healing 170 health. The rainy weather has subsided. Foe Hathorian has dealt 30 damage to Policies. Foe Hathorian 3 used Geoac. Foe Hathorian 3 has dealt 39 damage to Splash. Select an action for Sponginate, attack. New Thrust, Deluge, Water, Special, Effect Points 70. Select the top. Foe Hathorian has 47% health remaining. Foe
Okay.
Hathorian.
This one is almost dead as well.
Sponginate has dealt 173 damage to foe Hathorian. Select an action for Policies, attack. Select. Policies has dealt 421 damage to foe Hathorian. Select an action for desist, attack. Select. Desist has dealt 397 damage to foe Hathorian. Select an action for splash, attack. Choose an Critical. Splash has dealt 208 damage to foe Hathorian.
Nice.
Foe Hathorian places 2 boxes on the field and disappears. Foe Hathorian 2 Foe Hathorian 2 has dealt 24 damage to desist. Select an action for Sponginate, attack. In status, Master Splash, desist. Desist swallowed the Master Herb, healing 77 health. Select, choose a move. Frigid select Foe Boom Box. Foe Boom Box 2. Policies you. Policies has dealt 1,721 damage to foe boombox 2. Your explosion dealt massive damage to foe.
Okay, one left. One left.
Foe Hatherillion has been defeated. Select an action for desist. Attack. Choose a move. Frigid Tide.
Okay, we can go all out here.
Desist has dealt 394 damage to foe Hatherillion 2. Select an action for splash. Attack. Splash has dealt 140 damage to foe Hatherillion 2. Foe Hatherillion places 2 boxes on the field and disappears. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Choose Limb Thrust, Deluge, Water, Special, Effect Point. Select Ink Status, Master Herb. Select Sponginate swallowed the Master Herb, healing 73 health. Select an action for policies. Choose a move. Frigid Touch. Select the target. Foe Boom Box. Policies has dealt 2,147 damage to foe boom box. The explosion dealt some damage to policies. Foe boom box has been defeated. Policies has been defeated. Select the Manamon Aranite. Sponginate, Splash, Desist, Ninjakin. Go, Ninjakin. Select an action for desist. Inventory status. Master Herb. The revive healing max skill max revive. Select policies. Policies has been revived. Select an action for splash. Attack. Inventory. Status. Revive. Max healing revival. Master Herb. Selects Sponginate. Cancel. Policies swallowed the Master Herb, healing 163 health. Foe Hatherillion has dealt 39 damage to Splash. Select an action for Ninjakin. Splash. Sponge. Policies. What do you want? Go. Policies. Select an action for Sponginate. Lymph. Hurricane. Sponginate has dealt 151 damage to foe Hatherillion. It started to rain. Select an action for desist. Attack. Choose. Desist has dealt 416 damage to foe Hatherillion. Select an action for splash. Attack. Choose a move. Flood.
Okay, Flood will do big damage here. This is what we want.
Splash has dealt 219 damage to foe Hatherillion. Foe Hatherillion places 2 boxes on the field and disappears. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Choose Limb Thrust. Deluge. Select the target. Foe Boom Box. Sponginate has dealt 2,278 damage to foe Boom Box. Your explosion dealt massive damage to foe Hatherillion. Foe Boom Box has been defeated. Select an policies. Policies has dealt 428 damage to foe Hatherillion. Select. Desist has dealt 429 damage to foe Hatherillion. Select.
So just keep
Splash
hammering
has dealt
away.
196 damage to foe Hatherillion. Foe Hatherillion used Wind Force.
So really the best strategy for this
Foe Hatherillion
battle
has
is to
dealt
focus
46
on
damage to Sponginate.
them one at a time.
Select an action
and-
for Sponginate.
if you use Manamon that have water or ice,
267 damage to foe
that are water or
Hyperion.
ice types,
Select
then
an
you're
action
in
for
business.
Holuses. Ice Temper.
You see how much damage Ice Tempest does?
Holuses has dealt 366 damage to foe Hyperion.
Not bad.
Select. Desist has dealt 397 damage to foe Hyperion. Select. Splash has dealt 216 damage to foe Hyperion. Foe Hyperion places 2 boxes on the field and disappears. Select foe boom box 2.
Okay, this should be almost it, I would say.
Gyrate has dealt 4,283
Whoa!
damage to foe boom box 2.
And that is the battle complete.
Foe boom box 2 has been defeated.
Very over-leveled, I realise that, but who cares?
Holuses gained 88,062 experience points. Holuses has increased to level 95. Help, Holuses now has 27 training. Holuses has increased to level 97. Health has increased by 3, strength by 2, defense. Splash gained 113,200. Splash has increased to level 79. Splash now has 93 training. Splash has increased to level 80. Health has increased by 3, strength by 2, defense by 2, magic attack by 2, magic defense by 2 and speed by 2. Splash has increased to level 81. Health has increased by 3. Splash has increased to level 83. Desist gained 88,000. Desist now has 5 trade. Desist has increased to level 93. Health has increased by 3, strength by 3, defense by 2, magic attack by 1, magic defense by 2 and speed by 3. Desist has in
Okay,
Ninja Kid
now
29,000. Aronite gained 29. Aronite has obtained 10,210 gold. A single Hyperion stood before me. Do you want to become my Manamon? I whispered to the weakened beast. A feral level 70 Hyperion attacked you. Go, Holuses. Select
okay, so this is Hyperion,
status.
a catchable version of it.
And
to save a lot of hassle, use your Gaminet. And there we go, we now have Hyperion.
Aran has captured the feral Hyperion. It is a male and has the ability Weather Warrior. An earth and air type. Its skin is rough and hard, the perfect armor. One would not know this without touching it, however, because the skin looks soft, especially on the humanoid areas. By all accounts, Hyperion is a peaceful, selfless Manamon that keeps to itself most of the time. Do you want to nickname Hyperion? Yes, no. Your party is full, so the Hyperion was stored in Partition 1 in your transporter. Edge of the World.
And then you get teleported back to Edge of the World.
Game saved. Select. copter.
So Hyperion is Earth and Air type. And I have to say, it is a pretty good Manamon as a mythicals go. Okay. I think this team can beat Hypertargu. So we are going to go and do that before I finish this episode.
Greater Catacombs. Ultra Encounter Downs effects have expired.
Okay, so to do this fight,
Pocket Copter.
we need to head
Sulfo Shadow Canyon.
to Shadow Canyon.
Shadow Canyon. Abandoned
I
Hotel.
just want to switch one team member.
Storm. Select the Aronite. Ninjakin. Aronite. What do you want to overstorm? Select the party. Select the Manamon to store. Policies. Which serve viewing, doving, but my tour. View. Shadow Canyon.
Okay, two quick things I want to do.
Pocket Copter.
Firstly,
Where would you Master Statements, Shoelace, Macamo City.
for this fight,
Macamo City.
I want to go and buy a power. I'm going to go and buy a power bracelet.
Manamon Marketplace. 13,515 gold. Hi there, select power bracelet, 9,000 gold. Thanks. No, is there cancel?
Actually, let's go and sell some stuff that we're not going to need.
I heard from Ruth. Hi there, sir. Items. Status. Equipment. Dark Shroud. Angel Pendant. Equipment. Secondary Scale Uniform. Electlaw. Equipment. Ocean Power Bracelet. Ocean Rock. The Ocean Rock will sell for 3,000. Equipment. Secondary Scale Dark Shroud. Secondary Scale. The Secondary Scale Uniform will sell for 5,000. Equipment. Dark Shroud. The Dark Shroud will sell for 6,000. Equipment. Cancel. Is there anything else? Cancel.
Okay, just for this
Select your inventory
fight,
equipment. Cancel. Power. What action? Please, my Taurus. My Taurus unequip the steel rapier and equip the power bracelet. Equipment. Select view. My Taurus. My Taurus's strength. 336. Macamo City. Select view. Select train. Select view. Splash. Strength. Defend. Magic. This stat cannot be trained anymore. Select the stat to evenly distribute training points. Health was assigned 19 training. Health has increased by 4. Strength has increased by 4. Defense has increased by 4. Magic defense has increased by 4 and speed has increased by 4. Select the stat you wish to select. Select even. Health has increased by 2. Strength. Select the stat you wish to health. Strength. Base 245. View your splash. Sponginate. Evenly distribute training point. Health was assigned. Health has increased by 2. Strength has increased by 2. Defense has increased by 2. Magic attack has increased by 2. Magic defense has increased by 2 and speed has increased by 2. Select the stat you view your evenly. Strength was assigned 1 training. Select the stat you wish to. Pocket copter. If Britannia West.
I want to go and teach Los Angeles. Righteous Rend.
House. Britannia West.
Which is quite a powerful holy move.
House. Hey there, people call. Can I help ya? Tutor my. Please splash. Select the restoration, condemn, rest, bubble, retribution, bubble burn, rehydrate, holy light, parrot, righteous red, holy smoke, glare, condemn, parrot, righteous red. Splash is now capable of using flood, aqua zap, restoring light. Splash is. Thanks. I'm here. Britannia West.
Okay, so to fight Hyper Tabu,
Where is Shadow Canyon?
we need to head to Shadow Canyon.
Shadow Canyon. Go. Policies. Sickly. Policies makes a break for it. Policies escaped. Ultra encounter down. One.
Okay, head north and east.
Submarine tunnel.
And there's a conveyor belt.
The water is.
So, because Angelis,
You can't, sir. Would you like to?
okay, so because Angelis has dive, we can dive underwater. However, if he doesn't have dive, there is some diving gear which
Shake,
you can find.
Gulp, gulp. Hey traveler, I can't let you by, I'm afraid. There's a been reports of an incredibly strong Manamon hanging around here. You need to show me that you have at least 5 keys and a level 60 Manamon if you want to proceed. Personally, I'd recommend you stay away from here regardless. But you know, not my call. Your keys seem to be in order. It seems your Manamon are powerful enough as well. So I'm going to let you go through, but your fate must rest on your own shoulders.
Okay, so head east and head into this water.
Select view, swap man overview. Select view your party, sponginate, splash. Select swap, disc ninjakin. View your party, policies. Sponginate. Policies. Select swap, select the Manamon you want, Night Auras. View your parties. Select not.
Okay, let's try this team and see
Game saved.
how we get on.
Select.
So once we dive under here, we are going to be involved in a boss fight.
The water is so deep. Would no.
Okay, save your game
Save.
and prepare for a boss fight. Now, I recommend for this you're at least level 65, but to be on the safe side, I recommend you be level 80, because this boss is no joke. Let's go.
The water is so deep. Would you like to dive down using Splash's dive attack? Yes. A gigantic whale creature is waiting for you underneath the water.
Okay, this is Hyper Tabu.
Photabu Hyperizer. Pho Hyper Tabu. Go, Might Auras, Sponginate and Ninjakin. Select an action for Ninjakin. Attack.
Okay, so in this fight we have several
Mighty
machines.
Fighting. Special. Effect.
And
Pho Death Cry Generator.
what we need to do to start this fight off, we need to take out the Death Cry generator. If you don't,
has dealt 344 damage to Pho Death Cry Generator. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Choose a move. Deluge, Water, Loop, Hurricane, Restrain, Fighting, UP remaining 20. Select an act. Choose Dren, Deluge, Water, Pho Death Cry. Sponginate has dealt 334 damage
okay,
to Pho
so the
Death
Death Cry generator is
Death
down.
Cry generator has been defeated. Select an action for Might Auras. Choose Earthquake. Select Photabu Hyperizer, Photabu Spawn Machine and Photabu Spawn Machine, Pho Magnet Machine and Photabu Hyperizer. Might
So we now need to take out the Tabu spawner.
Might Auras has dealt 520.
The reason for that is because that will spawn
Might
Tabus.
Auras has dealt 531 damage to Pho Magnet Machine. Might Auras has dealt 2,142 damage to Photabu Hyperizer. Pho Hyper Tabu begins quickly vibrating. Select an action for Ninjakin. Attack. Choose a move. Select Photabu Spawn Machine. Photabu Spawn Machine has 69%. Ninjakin has dealt 389 damage to Photabu Spawn Machine. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Choose a move. Deluge. Water. Select Photabu Spawn Machine. Sponginate. Sponginate has dealt 362 damage to Photabu Spawn Machine. Select an action for Mitoras. Attack. Choose a move. Earthquake. Select the targets. Photabu. Mitora.
Yeah!
540 damage to Photabu Spawn
Okay,
Machine.
that's good.
Photabu Spawn Machine has been defeated. Mitoras has dealt 569 damage to Foe Magnet Machine. Foe Magnet Machine has been defeated. Mitoras has dealt 2048 damage to Photabu Hyperizer. Foe Hypertabu used Audio Blast. Foe Hypertabu has dealt 31 damage to Mitoras. Critical. Foe Hypertabu has dealt 428 damage
Okay,
to
that
Mitoras.
doesn't matter too much.
Has been defeated. Select the Manamon to sponge of Mitoras. Ninja, desist, splash, policies. Go, policies. Though Hypertabu has dealt 22 damage to Sponginate. The Hyperizer has backfired, dealing 4,190 damage to Foe
Nice.
Hypertabu. Select an action for Sponginate. Foe Hypertabu has 60% health. Photabu Hyperizer has 53% health remaining.
Okay, we're doing good here.
Select an action for Sponginate. Attack, Limb Thrust, Hurricane, Restrain. Select the target. Foe Hypertabu. The move did not affect Foe
Okay, not
Hypertabu.
good.
Select an action for policies. Attack. Choose Team Soap. Magic Light. Select Foe Hyper.
Yeah, we can confuse him though.
Foe Hypertabu has been confused. Select an action for Mitoras. Attack. Choose a move. Earthquake. Earth. Select the targets. Mitoras has dealt 293 damage to Foe Hypertabu. Mitoras has dealt 2,142 damage to Photabu Hyperizer. Foe Hypertabu is confused. Foe Hypertabu attacked itself, dealing 11 damage. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Choose Hurricane. Limb Thrust. Select the target. Foe Hypertabu. Sponginate has dealt 133 damage to Foe Hypertabu. Sponginate's speed was decreased by 1 stage. Sponginate suffered 44 damage from the backlash. Select an action for policies. Attack. Team Soap. Frigid Touch. Ice. Physical. Effect points 95. UP remain. Select the target. Foe Hypertabu. Critical. Policies has dealt 168 damage to Foe Hypertabu. Select an action for Mitoras. Choose and select Mitoras has dealt 287 damage to Foe Hypertabu. Mitoras has dealt 2,096 damage to Photabu Hyperizer.
Okay.
Foe Hypertabu is no longer confused. Foe Hyper...
Okay, this could kill my Taurus.
Foe Hypertabu has dealt 32 damage to policies. Foe Hypertabu has dealt 25 damage to Sponginate. Foe Hypertabu has dealt 52 damage to
No,
Mitoras.
not too bad. And now the Tabu Hyperizer is going to
Hyperizer
backfire.
has backfired, dealing 4,238 damage to Foe Hypertabu. Select
So the more
action
damage you
for
do to the
policies.
Hyperizer,
Foe Hypertabu has 11% health remaining.
is equal to the amount of damage when it backfires that it will do to Hypertabu.
Photarbu Hypervisor has 5% health remaining.
Okay, so
Select an action for policies. Attack. Choose a move. Frigid Touch. Ice. Fix. Select an equipment. Status. Master Hurt. Splash. Policies. Ninja. Mitoid. Sponginate. Sponginate swallowed the Master Herb, healing 91 health. Select an action for Mitoras. Attack. Invent status. Master. Mitoras swallowed the Master Herb, healing 83 health. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Choose a move. Limb Thrust. Undead. Physical. Effect points. What? Select the target. Foe Hypertabu. Sponginate has dealt 124 damage to foe Hypertabu. Sponginate's speed was decreased by 1 stage. Sponginate suffered 41 damage from the backlash. Foe Hypertabu begins quickly vibrating. Select an action for policies. Attack. Choose a move. Magic Lights. Magic. UP Remit. T. Frigid Touch. Ice. Select. Policies has dealt 104 damage to foe Hypertabu. Select an action for Mitoras. Attack. Geo Combat. Stone and Fighting. Physical. Effect. Select the target. Physical. Mitoras has dealt 88 damage to foe Hypertabu. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Foe Hypertabu has 8% health remaining. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Sponginate has dealt 138 damage to foe Hypertabu. Sponginate's speed was decreased by 1 stage. Sponginate suffered 45 damage from the backlash.
that's the only thing I don't like about that move. Limb Thrust is that Sponginate takes backlash damage.
Foe
Oh, not good.
Hypertabu has dealt 117 damage to policies. Foe Hypertabu has dealt 23 damage to
Okay,
Sponginate.
let's heal.
Select Inf status. Master Herb. Select Bixit Splash. Camp Mitoras. Sponginate. Sponginate swallowed the Master Herb, healing 109 health. Select an action for Mitoras. Attack. Inventory. Status. Master Herb. Select the cancel. Sponginate. Splash. Policies.
Okay, we need to bring
Policies swallowed the
Ninjakin
Master
back
Herb,
to life.
healing 149 health. Select an action for Sponginate. Attack. Choose a. Select the target. Foe Hypertabu. Sponginate has dealt 125 damage to foe Hypertabu. Sponginate's speed was decreased by 1 stage. Sponginate suffered 41 damage from the backlash. Foe Select an action for policies. Attack. Team Magic Lights. The attack missed. Select an action for Mitoras. Attack. Sludge Hammer. Poison. Conjure Sword. Steam and select. Mitoras has dealt 113 damage to foe Hypertabu. Select an action for Spongite. Foe Hypertabu has 5% health remaining.
Okay, it's almost
Select an
dead.
action for Sponginate. Attack. Invent status. Master Herb. Mitoras. Mitoras swallowed the Master Herb, healing 29 health.
This could kill my Taurus here.
Though Hyper-Tabu has dealt 123 damage to Mitoras. Though Hyper-Tabu has dealt 54 damage to Policies, the move does not affect Sponginate. Select an action for Policies. Attack. In status, Mask, Revive or Miss, Healing Max, Skill Max, Revive. Select the Camp Mitor Sponge Ninjakin. Ninjakin has been revived. Select an action for Mitoras. Slug, Geo, Earthquake. Select the Mitoras has dealt 272 damage to foe Hyper-Tabu. Physical, Mitoras has dealt 3,141 damage to foe Tabu Hyperizer. Foe Tabu Hyperizer has been defeated. Select an action for Sponginate. Foe Hyper-Tabu has 2% health remaining. Select an int status. Revive. Map Healing Revive Master Herb. Selects Mitoras. Mitoras swallowed the Master Herb, healing 123 health. Though Hyper-Tabu begins quickly vibrating.
Okay, this thing has not got a hope in hell.
Attack T Magic Light. Policies has dealt 110 damage to foe Hyper-Tabu. Select an action for Mitor.
And it's down!
178 damage to foe Hyper-Tabu. Hyper-Tabu has been defeated. Victory. Ninja Kid gained 19,600. Desist gained 39,000. Desist has increased to level 95. Desist Splash gained 50,000. Splash has increased to level 84. Policies gained 58,000. Policies now has 18. Obtained 3,721 gold.
Okay, so
Aaron found the black matter goo. Aaron stored the black matter goo in the other item's pocket.
this is the black matter goo, and we need this for the mythical side quest. For the
You can't surf.
for the stone mythicals.
Would you like?
Lobby, window, not built OBS, button. You
Okay,
are currently on a
let's
window.
get out of here.
Pocket copter. It can't be used here. The water is so deep. Would you? You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. Would you?
Okay, there are some chests.
Submarine
So let me show you those.
Aaron found a screen shield.
Okay, an update installer will allow you to turn a Montaur into Mondevol.
Shadow Canyon. Pocket
Okay.
Park. Where would you like Master Stadium?
Let's go to a
Northern
hotel.
Thailand. Master Glacier City. Conduent City. Conduent's Manor Hotel.
Okay, that is going to be it for this episode. Thanks for listening, and in the next episode, we are going to start rematching the stadiums and doing the Stone Mythical side quest. Thanks for listening, see you next time, and it's a shame Angeline couldn't be with me for this. Bye for now.
Audacity. Track view table. Track 1 but not selected.